need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the ball down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was major, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Kick it and go, kick it and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zones, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zones, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought, watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do, sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew, you need a win, who need a win, that's all we do, I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine, they running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.
We'll step on, spin, move, in zones, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zones, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Putting it down for that, time I was down and out, had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at, you know what it be, playing this here for the keeps, had to make out with a feast, a family to feed, third cold where the trophy should be, EA got me in the game now, breathe on with the game now, they're hearing with a lane now, my home second with a rain now, legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill, this the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just to heal.
We'll step on, spin, move, in zones, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin,
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down, Locke, and his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Block off of play action. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. First Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first. Shotgun snap to Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. The defense loses it. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rico Gafford. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Buccaneers 7, Bears nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, the screen pass here to Cohen. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Running on first down is Fournette, but he can only manage a yard or so before he's brought down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Here's Locke. This one complete to Gafford. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. A nice little juke. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Jackson will keep it, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Locke working out of the gun. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. And they'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Locke now on 1st down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
This one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll take this one down near the 15. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
3rd and 4.
Now Leonard Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down and goal. Lock. And he hits it in for a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Bears 7. Matt Gay to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd down.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Chicago.
Jackson.
A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The extra point.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 30. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And this will be caught at the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke. Throws another one. Gets intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And those guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. It's been sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change? Blitz coming, and down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
On 2nd down now, It's Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Locke. That's out to his running back Fournette. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Play action. Now it's Locke. And he finds Howard complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Now Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
The 44-yard line.
Locke looks to throw it again. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Again, it's Locke. Quick pass here to Godwin. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll try the left side. Forbes. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that,
you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
17 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Number 25.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Spins away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Locke to Evans on the sling. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice touch.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Fournette running out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
11 yards there, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Locke. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Block off a play action. This will be caught at about the 6. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And 4 at the 7-yard line.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. They'll run with Fournette. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run it again with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rico Gafford, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
They go play action now. Jackson trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a carry on 1st down by Fournette is going to wind up losing yardage as he stopped for a loss of a couple. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw is Locke. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Back to throw. Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors,
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
35-yard.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Fournette. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
And 15.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. This is Fournette. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Buccaneers, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they